Hola a todos, muchísimas gracias por acompañarnos. No sé si puedan escucharme bien, si me pueden confirmar en el chat que me están escuchando, se los agradecería muchísimo. Pero bueno, vamos a empezar con esto. Mi nombre es Carla y en nombre de Student World les doy la bienvenida a esta live session Estudia en Francia, Descubre, oportunidades con Burgundy School of Business. Les voy a platicar un poquito de cómo funciona la plataforma. En su lado derecho de la pantalla van a ver el chat. Ahí nos pueden saludar, me pueden confirmar si me están viendo y escuchando, nos pueden contar desde qué ciudad nos están viendo. Y a un ladito de este tenemos la sección de preguntas. Ahí si tienen alguna duda durante la presentación, por favor pónganosla ahí. La presentación va a ser principalmente en inglés, pero si tienen alguna duda que quieran poner ustedes en español, no hay ningún problema, la podemos traducir y sin tema. Y también si llegan a escuchar una campanita de notificaciones que preferirían no escuchar, pues muy fácil, solamente le dan clic en la parte de arriba y la mutean muy fácilmente. Ahora sí, eso no quiero quitarles más tiempo, entonces les voy a presentar a nuestro presentador del día de hoy. Él es Patrick Harris y nos va a estar contando un poquito sobre BSB, que es una escuela de verdad increíble, entonces espero lo disfruten mucho. And thank you, Patrick, for being here with us today. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks for the introduction, Carla. Pues sí, me llamo Patrick, soy escocés y medio francés y trabajo con BSB. Voy a hacer la presentación en inglés, pero si quieren preguntar cosas en español, pues está bien, me defiendo más o menos y voy a tratar de practicar, pero voy a hacer la presentación en inglés, ¿ok? So my name is Patrick Harris. I'm part of the international admissions team at BSB. So my job is really to assist any international students like yourselves from a variety of different markets around the world to apply or gain more information on the programs that we offer, on studying in France in general, and really just supporting you every step of the way on your journey if you decide to join us here at BSB. So yeah, I'm going to review. I'll give you a PowerPoint presentation of Burgundy School of Business. I'll give you an overview of the location, of the programs, and then we'll leave some time at the end in case you have any questions. And of course, I'll leave you my contact details, my email and my WhatsApp. Feel free to reach out to me directly. I'm here to support you and answer any of your questions. I can see everyone saying hello. Thank you very much for joining. I really appreciate it. And I hope that this session is informative. So I think we're going to start off just with a quick video to give you a bit of an insight into Burgundy School of Business, but also Dijon, the city where the campus is located in France. held. Can you hear me okay? I just received a notification about my microphone. I hope you can hear me. Okay, thank you. Yeah, the objective was just to help you visualize. I imagine a lot of you have not visited Dijon before. So I wanted to just show some images so that you can see young people, students around the city on campus. So yeah, so hopefully that gives you an insight. We'll launch into the presentation now. I'll give you an overview, a bit more information about BSB. And yeah, thank you again for joining. I really appreciate it, and it's wonderful to be able to be in touch with potential future students from Colombia. I've never been to Colombia myself. I spent quite a lot of time in Mexico and in Argentina, but I have yet to visit Colombia. So who knows? Maybe next time we see each other, we'll be in person. Fingers crossed. Okay, so BSB. BSB stands for Burgundy School of Business. Burgundy is the region in which the school exists. Burgundy is quite a large and very well-known region in France, specifically very famous for its wine. We're really one of the most famous wine regions in France, certainly, and across the rest of the world. And we're also very well known for gastronomy, for food. So it's a region that's very rich in culture and history with regards to wine and food, and that's something that that definitely is of appeal to students, especially when they're coming in from outside France. Here you have an image of the campus. The campus itself is located in the city center of Dijon, which is the capital city of Burgundy. It's a medium-sized city, so it's very vibrant, lots of students, lots of young people, but it's also not huge like, say, Paris or Lyon. So this tends to work in our favor. It means that we can offer a very secure campus, very safe, especially compared to some other cities in France that are perhaps not so. So there you have a picture of the front of the campus. It's located in the very center of Dijon. So a lot of university campuses, especially in France, are located outside the city center often. We pride ourselves on being slap bang in the center, right where all the action is happening. So students tend to appreciate that as well. So yeah, following on from the location, of course, we are in France. In the heart of Europe. So France is the 7th largest economy in the world, very much a leader in Europe, and one of the other advantages of studying in France is that you then have access to the wider continent of Europe, right? So if you look here on the map, you can see we are southeast of Paris, so really quite close to the border with Germany, with Switzerland, with Luxembourg, easy access to Italy, very easy access to the Alps, great opportunities really for you to enrich yourself as a student, travel throughout Europe, make the most of all of the art and culture that's available there. So the main campus, as I said, is in Dijon. We then have a second campus that has recently opened in Lyon. Now Lyon is France's second largest city. It lies to the south of Dijon, roughly around just over an hour's traveling from Dijon. You'll arrive in Lyon to the south, and in Paris to the north. So for those that are craving the big city experience and everything that comes with that, you will have plenty of opportunity to travel to these large metropolitan hubs. But then you can come back to the safe and quieter, somewhat quieter existence that is Burgundy and Dijon. So really, in terms of location, the best of both worlds. great access to Europe, great access to France's top cities, but a bit of a more personalized boutique experience being in a medium-sized city. So yeah, I mean, it's the region of Burgundy is very, very rich historically. I won't have time to delve into the history, but you know, France, Europe in general, and in particular Burgundy has a very rich and colorful history, which very much comes through in the gastronomy of the city, in the architecture of the buildings, and really just in the way people are. There's a sense that things happened here, and that history happened here, and that's something that international students often really soak up and enjoy. Like I said, the fact that it's a medium-sized city means that we can students can walk around very safely and easily. We have a transport system that is almost exclusively electric. We have trams running all over the city, and students really, because the campus is in the city centre, they tend to go for accommodation in the city centre and enjoy the freedom of being able to just walk into class, walk to a cafe, walk to a restaurant, walk to their friends' houses. So it's not a stressful existence or experience like it might be studying in another European capital city. Of course, here you have pictures of the vineyards that I mentioned before. Burgundy, #1 region really in France for wine, and it's a heritage that we are very proud of, and that students are able to really make the most of while they're studying here. Welcome from Ecuador. Dijon mustard, you may have heard of, and that's very much an aspect that put Dijon on the map globally. It's a recipe that originates in Dijon that is now produced en masse worldwide. So yeah, you may very well have heard of Dijon mustard. We're the home of Dijon mustard. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend that you give it a try. For me, it's the number one mustard going. Okay, I'll move on. Here we have some pictures of Dijon, again, tying in with the video that you just saw. Very picturesque, very beautiful, steeped in history, lots of green spaces, parks. It's a city where people really enjoy life outdoors, sitting on terraces, having cafes, drinking wine, enjoying food from the region, you know, studying in parks in the summertime, cycling around. It really is a quality of life that doesn't exist everywhere. So it's something that we cherish, and that we're happy to be able to provide to students. So the campus itself is very modern. I'm going to show you a video later showcasing the facilities. We are super modern, especially compared to other business schools in France, that tend to be. So business schools in France, first of all, are very prestigious, and they are the creme de la creme, if you will, of education in France. They are called Grande École in French. French students need to go through very, very rigorous entry tests called concours in order to attend, and only those with the best exam results are able to access a business school. So it's really seen as a very, very elite group of university slash business schools, and so we're very happy to be able to offer international students a place at these schools without having to take part in these rigorous entry tests. So that's one advantage right there for you. Like I mentioned, we have a brand new campus, just opened a secondary campus in Lyon. Lyon being France's second largest city. So depending on the subject that you choose, you would be based either in our main campus in Dijon or in our secondary campus in Lyon. So Lyon very much covers any degrees that are to do with kind of techie, anything digital, and we have a very popular AI, artificial intelligence, and DT management program there. And so you could think of it sort of as the Silicon Valley of France. So anything, you know, to do with data and tech and innovation in that respect, we deal with at our brand new campus in Lyon. And then the majority of the programs are in the main campus in Dijon. So going back to Lyon, as I mentioned, it's France's second largest city after Paris. It's very much an innovation hub in Europe, and can be seen much like the Silicon Valley hub in California. It can be seen in a similar light here in Europe. So the fact that we have a campus there means that we've been able to forge really extensive connections with a variety of companies, both in Lyon, in Paris, and in the surrounding countries of Europe. So when you come and study with us at BSB, you're not just thinking of your immediate studies, of your exam results. You're thinking of your future career. And something that we really pride ourselves on is using the connections that we have in Lyon, in Paris, in countries across Europe to really set you up with the best quality placements, internships, networking opportunities that we can, in order for you to succeed after you graduate. So that's something that's really important to us. Going back to Lyon again, 21,000 international students, so a huge hub of internationalism, if you will. Indeed, in Dijon, we have 25% of our students, so 1 in 4 are international. So really, it's there's a big push from our side, from the international team, from my colleagues, to make this immersive French academic experience, but also we want to create a mini world, a mini universe where you will meet people from a variety of different countries who will challenge you and will enrich you with their culture, with their food, with their perspectives, and it's something that we hold really very close to our hearts, and we want to continue with this internationalization over the coming years. So in terms of international, there are 2 very important international accreditations, and they are AACSB and EQUIS. Now, these are very prestigious international accrediting bodies that they look at not the programs that we offer, but they look at the school in general. So they are basically grading us on how international our school, our student body is, and BSB is very proud to be in the top 1% of business schools in the world with that double accreditation. So it's something that we're very proud of, and you can rest assured you'll be meeting people from a whole array of different backgrounds and different countries and different languages, and that's something that that's really part of the experience when you're studying, is the people that you meet and the experiences that you have with them. In France in general, there are over 300 business schools, so we're very proud to be in that top 1% worldwide. We hope to continue with this excellence in teaching, and we hope that continues to reflect in the rankings. I touched upon this earlier, so not very many French students manage to study in a French business school. It's very, very competitive. It's something that really all young people aspire to do. It's the top tier, it's the elite of academia, of education in France, not only because of the academic standards and the variety and the resources that we're able to offer, but also in terms of employability. So being a business school compared to a university, we have a huge focus on your future career, employability, internships, placements, studying part of your degree in a different university somewhere across Europe. There's really a very big push, and that's something that sets us aside from other institutions in France and indeed in Europe. So yeah, with that in mind, we have a very extensive career booster service. Now, this is available to every student that joins us. You are able to contact a number of different coaches, providing career coaching services in a variety of different languages, whenever you feel ready. So you can contact them throughout the course of your studies. You can contact them even before you arrive, and then and even after you graduate, you're more than welcome to utilize this network. Now, these are trained individuals that are there. Their unique role within the school is to help you think about your future career and choose the right path, journey, placement, internship for you. So this is something that wouldn't normally exist in other universities. It doesn't even exist in all other business schools. It's something that we are able to offer precisely because we are a slightly smaller, more boutique business school. So we're able to offer that individual attention. We're able to offer that personable service, and really just go that extra mile for you so that you feel supported and valued, and so that you can reassure yourself about the choices that you've made throughout your studying. We have thousands and thousands of internship and job opportunities spanning across France, across Europe, and globally. We have a multitude of connections with really very well established business companies who know that BSB graduates really are have been given that extra special attention, have been shaped into the type of employee that these global companies are looking for, and I think that's very important, you know, to have that support in the background of your studies, whatever degree it is you choose. It's really very key, and it's something that that you have available from the word go. So as part of this career service, we obviously have a rich history of students, of graduate students, so 17,000 plus alumni who have graduated from BSB, who have gone on to lead successful careers across a whole host of different industries. So we put a lot of effort into retaining them in our professional network and giving you access to this professional network as well. So you will be able to speak one-on-one directly with students who were in your shoes before you, with a view to exploring what path they went down, what career options open up for them in the field that they studied. So really a degree at BSB is not just a degree, but it's really part of shaping the rest of your life, the rest of your career. So that's what we're here for, is to help you choose and define the right path for you. So yeah, we offer, I believe, 14 different degree programs. Now, I'm not going to have time during this presentation to go into all of them. However, I will give you, send you a link to our website where you'll be able to explore the programs in more detail. And then perhaps you can come back to me with specific questions. But essentially, we have degree programs to suit every profile. So we offer a bachelor in management. All the degrees, of course, are focused in business and management across a variety of different industries and offering a variety of different specializations. But being a business school, we're business minded, right? If you're coming straight out of high school, we offer a 3-year bachelor in management program. This is really a very great general start point for anyone who thinks that they want to launch themselves into a career in the global business industry, in no matter what industry you want to head for. So it's a 3-year program. Many other bachelor undergraduate programs are 4 years across Europe. So we have the advantage that you will With us, if you're coming straight from high school and looking for an undergrad, a bachelor, you will graduate in 3 years, and you'll graduate with a grande école business school diploma, which is really very well respected and very well valued across globally, and you'll achieve that in 3 years. So you have the option to save a year there and perhaps do something slightly more interesting. So the first year of your so the first couple of years of your bachelor would be quite generic business and management sort of core modules. You would be going over some general electives that you could apply to really any industry. And in your third year is when you're able to really specialize and decide what it is you want to do with your degree and what kind of jobs you want to apply for. And so here you have a list of some of the specializations. Indeed, wine tourism is one of the very popular and niche ones that we offer, being in a very well-known wine region here in France. But you have a variety of different options to specialize in your third year. And then, of course, the master's in management is also very, very popular now. This is a 2-year postgraduate program. So in order to qualify, you would need to have an undergraduate from your home country or from wherever you studied in a related field. However, don't be scared off if your undergraduate is not in business specifically or management. We are very open-minded. We have a dedicated team, including me, who's here to support you throughout the application process. So we can discuss over the phone your qualifications and whether you would be eligible. And we're really very open. The objective is for us to welcome more students from faraway countries, because we really feel that you would enrich our program and our existing student body. So the master's is 2 years. Not just so the campus and the student body, of course, are very international, but so are the faculty members. So we have a lot of professors, a lot of teachers from abroad. 40%, in fact, are coming with their specializations from a variety of different countries. So that's definitely a plus. There are all of our courses are offered in English. You can take them in French, of course, as well if you speak French, but we offer almost all of the courses in English, with a view to opening up to the international market, to countries like Colombia, where of course Spanish is your first language, but where English is much more, where English is often your second language, more than French, certainly. We offer very competitive pricing. Now it depends on which degree you go for, of course, but we offer really very competitive rates compared to a lot of other business schools throughout France. We're able to do that again because we're smaller, we're more boutique, we're more specialized. And indeed, we have a variety of scholarship options that are available for all students. Now, they're not full scholarships, but you can receive up to 50% on the cost of your tuition. And we select a number of students every single month to validate them on the scholarship program. So every single student is eligible to apply for scholarships. We try and give out as many as possible. We want to help you as much as possible. So yeah, on that note, quickly, Dijon is very affordable. I didn't mention that earlier, but the advantage of being in a slightly smaller city than, say, Paris, is that the cost of living really is very, very affordable. You're looking at maybe 250, 300 euros for an apartment for your accommodation. As a student in Dijon, you're looking at roughly maybe 750 euros per month. living costs, including accommodation, so really very affordable. And the French government offers 150 euros per month to every student, including international, to go towards your rent. So essentially they're paying for half your rent. So lots of opportunities for subsidies and scholarships and additional help. If this is a dream for you, but you perhaps think you might have some issues with budget or with tuition fees, there are lots of options for you. So I really want to reiterate, please apply, please look into it. I'm here to help you with options and try and make that dream possible for you. Okay, I'm going to try and not talk too much now because I want to leave some space for questions. Yeah, we have a variety of other master's programs, so much more specialized than the more generic master in management. So it really depends on what you're looking for. If you want a sort of general backdrop into global business and management, then perhaps the more generic masters is for you. If you have made up your mind about a very specialist industry that you want to work in, then you can see that we have much more specialized programs here, ranging from green tech, sustainable societies, so very trendy, climate appropriate degrees, to the sustainable wine and tourism and gastronomy, to data science, which is obviously very data driven. So you have a variety of options depending on what you're looking for. I wanted to talk quickly about opportunities to study abroad. Now, no matter what you're studying, we have a lot of very good, well-forged connections with other business schools, other institutions throughout France, throughout Europe, and throughout the world. So you have the option to study for 1 semester in a different country, in a different university, and this is all covered in the cost of your tuition. Or you can even go for a whole year if you decide that you really want to immerse yourself in a different country, in a different curriculum. All of this is covered in your tuition fees, and you'll be able to leave with a double diploma. So not only will you receive the diploma from BSB, elite business school in France, you will also receive a diploma from whichever school it is you choose to do your year abroad or your semester in. So really opportunities for you to add to your CV, really quite a few important notches there. I can discuss that in more detail. Now, this is the School of Wine and Spirits. Of course, this is one faculty of the school that I mentioned to you earlier. It's one that we take great pride in because we're ranked #1 in the world. So we're really a global pioneer. I think that's largely to do with the quality of the teaching staff. We have experts in wine working in that faculty, and because of the location here in Burgundy, in wine, top class wine region here in France. So this faculty would be really for anyone who is interested in wine and interested in the business aspect behind the wine and spirits industry, interested in launching themselves into a career perhaps in import, export, if you want to work for a large scale global wine or spirits manufacturer, then we have all the tools to help you specialize in that field, including networking events. We take you to Champagne, we take you to throughout France to various sort of wine specific events. Indeed, we have a lot of international students coming from very wine rich regions of the world, including California, South Africa, Portugal, etc. They come to Dijon to specialize and to specialize in that industry, and to then take that expertise onto the global market. So that's something that we're really proud of. you'll have the opportunity to immerse yourselves in this very rich cultural history of wine, viticulture, and whether you do it as part of your degree or whether you do it separately from your degree, you will have this richness around you, and it's something that I think you'll really enjoy. Okay, so these are some of the options for the wine and the School of Wine and Spirits faculty. Of course, it depends on where you're at in terms of your life journey, your studies, varying from a 1-year MBA through to an MSc. So it really depends on what you're looking for, but lots of options for you to jump into this faculty, either straight from school, the Bachelor in Management. You can take a wine tourism specialization under that, or if you already have a degree, you can launch yourself into a master's or a postgrad. So yeah, I'm happy to discuss that in more detail if anyone has specific questions, but we'll move on for now. Again, these are just some beautiful pictures of the region, of the vineyards, and yeah, back to the campus for a second. So I believe the video that you saw before was a more sort of generic view of Dijon as a city, excuse me. This is the campus specifically. So as you can see, we have lots of facilities, very, very modern, from an arts and culture area to a large entrepreneurial garden on campus. You have music studios, dance studios, you have a fully equipped gym, we even have a Zen space where you can go and meditate or chill out. So yeah, really very, very modern, well equipped campus, much more so than a lot of business schools throughout France that tend to be a little bit old school, a little bit archaic, and BSB is super modern, and it's something that we pride ourselves on. In fact, Carla, if you're there, I'm wondering if perhaps we could just quickly play the video of the campus. Just while I was on presentation.
Hi, I'm Sam. I'm in the first year of my master's degree at BSB. Why don't I show you around the campus? 2 minutes on the clock, let's go. It's been completely rethought and built around the student experience. Welcome to the lounge, our social hotspot that's always buzzing during breaks and for all our events, like welcome parties and student campaigns. If you need to focus, the Learning Centre is the place to be. It's the nicest place in the school, bright and calm. It's perfect for studying, learning languages in the Kaizen room, or working on group projects. Here, you will also meet with your personal coach to work on your career project, your resume, and your internship. If you feel the need to disconnect, head to the Zen room and zone out for a while. Now come on, let's go up a level. Here is the House of Finance, equipped with Bloomberg technology. And one of our classrooms. We have classes in small groups to allow more interaction with the teacher. Our lecture halls, well, they're reserved for conferences with some of the very best French and international speakers. What about a short break in our green park? It's the perfect place to have lunch in the sun, relax with friends, and study while tanning. It's the good life in Dijon. Off we go again. I'm taking you to the legendary School of Wine and Spirits business, where Burgundy's vineyards reveal their secrets for success. And this is the Hub, a place to meet and talk with BSB staff who will guide and help you with all your administrative needs. Are you a sports fan? Do you need to let off steam between classes? Then you'll love our fully equipped gym, open 7 days a week. And for those of you with an artistic spirit, we even have a dance room and music studio. Welcome to our student club headquarters, where BSB's 25 student clubs prepare events throughout the year to enrich your student life. This is our kitchen. Just like home, have lunch and chill out with friends. To end our tour, join me in the entrepreneurial garden, where we plant genius ideas and grow company spirit. And voila, you've seen it all. So if you're looking for a great place to work in the heart of a vibrant and lively city, a welcoming campus where you can have a unique student experience, then Dijon, here in France, is the place to be. Come and join us soon. It's even better in real life.
Fantastic. Yeah, so that was a bit of an insight into the campus itself. Now, of course, the video was taken when there were no students around. Usually it's very vibrant, full of life, people rushing around, meeting up, doing group projects. But that was taken a day when there were no students, just to really showcase the facilities. But I wanted to show you really how modern it is, because it's quite rare for a business school of this grandeur to be so modern and forward thinking. So yeah, in terms of the application process, if you are interested in any of our programs, it's very simple. It's all online. So there are various steps. You would fill out your details, tell us the program that you're interested in applying for. If you're looking for September intake for this year, we have a deadline of July the 1st or July the 15th. I'm not entirely sure, but the beginning of July. So really over the coming months, you would have to start thinking about it and apply with us. And then we are a dedicated team, including myself, who are here to support you. So if you did register your interest, I would phone you. We would discuss your ambitions and discuss your eligibility, and then there would be an interview. And now the interview is we would send out to you digitally. It's a series of questions then that you would just respond, and you would be recorded, and they would be sent back to us on the admissions team. And of course, you would give us your transcripts from your previous studies, your school transcripts if you're coming from high school. But the process is very, very simple, and we are here to help you every step of the way. So hopefully that's given you a bit of an insight into France, Dijon, studying at BSB. These are my colleagues who work with me on the international team. So between us, we speak 8 languages, and we are available 24/7 to support you. Any questions that you have, any issues, any guidance in terms of applying or any burning questions or doubts that you have about studying abroad, please don't hesitate to contact me. That's what I'm here for. I'm going to leave you with my email address. I'm going to put it in the chat. I'm also going to put my WhatsApp details. Feel free to contact me with any questions. I'm at your disposal. And yeah, I look forward to hearing back from you and to moving on to some specific questions that you might have now. So thank you very much for listening, and thank you very much for tuning in, for your time. And I hope everyone is well, and that you found this informative.
Thank you so much, Patrick. That was great. That was really great. I really love Dijon. It looks so beautiful. Okay, so everyone that is watching us, if you have any specific questions, please, this is the opportunity to solve all your questions live. So about the work permits, are the students able to work while studying?
Yeah, they are. So there are, as I mentioned, I think there are lots of opportunities to carry out placements, internships, also part-time work. If you're just looking to support yourself during your studies, that's very much encouraged, and it's very much allowed. In terms of working after the degree, many international students opt for the masters in management. The reason being, and the advantage being that you benefit from a 1-year post-work study visa afterwards. So after you graduate, you're allowed to stay for a minimum of 1 year, until and during that 1 year, you have, of course, plenty of time to apply to graduate positions, plenty of support to help guide you in the right direction. And the idea is that by the end of that year, you're established within a company, and they can sponsor you, and you can stay thereafter if you decide to. So yeah, I'm going to write my email in here in case anyone has any further questions. But yeah.
Awesome, Patrick. Okay, so I have here another question from Alejandro. He's
Yeah.
asking if you guys offer any French courses while the students are there.
We do, yeah. So that's something that I perhaps forgot to mention. And now, of course, France is quite well known for being very, let's say, French oriented. And so if you're living or studying in France, of course, it helps for you to have a minimum of French. The French are very proud of their culture, their heritage, and their language. And so we are very pleased to be able to extend completely free French lessons to any international student who's joining us at BSB. It's something that we think is very important in terms of immersing yourself in the city, in the country, in the culture. And so you will be able to, at the same time as whatever studies you choose, to study French, no matter what level you're at, and completely free. So that's something that we cover. That's a gift that we give to you. And it's part of your learning and part of your growth with BSB.
Awesome. That's an awesome opportunity. Yes, it's like 2 for 1.
Exactly.
Perfect.
It's a good bonus.
Yeah, it definitely is. Okay, so here David is asking about the application process to start next year. Like he has a little bit of doubts about deadlines and stuff like that.
Okay. So essentially, for the scholarships, you would need to apply by May. So if you're interested in beginning in September 2022, so starting your course in September intake, if you're interested in a scholarship to help with the cost of tuition fees, decisions will be made on that in May. So now is a very good time to start the application process. The process for a scholarship would be to apply using the normal process and then to apply for a scholarship. In terms of deadlines, we're talking July, I believe it's July the 15th for September intake. So that would be the deadline for receiving your initial application. So you still have a few months. And then and then it would very much depend on what course you're studying, how long you would be at BSB for. So anything from 1 year to 3. So those are the sort of main dates. If you have any specific details, questions, guys, I posted my email and my WhatsApp. So feel free to contact me. I'm really, really happy to answer individual questions. If something occurs to you after this session that you forgot to ask, please don't hesitate to contact me. Yeah. And of course, I can see that somebody's asked to share the information. I will follow up with all the attendees. We'll send you our brochures. I'll send you a link to this PowerPoint presentation so you can look through it yourself. So yeah, of course, we'll definitely do that.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Patrick. And I'm just going to say this in Spanish.
In Spanish, yeah.
Los deadlines que nos compartió ahorita Patrick son mayo, si están interesados para algún tipo de beca y quieren empezar en el curso de septiembre 2022, o sea, de este año. Lo único que yo les recomiendo es siempre empiecen a aplicar lo más pronto posible, porque como estudiantes internacionales siempre tenemos que hacer pasos extra que los estudiantes locales no tienen que hacer, las visas y todo eso. Entonces, siempre intenten hacer todo. Entre más pronto es mejor que les sobre tiempo a que anden corriendo al final. Entonces, se los dejo como un tip. Here, Isabel is asking, if you want to start the studies in 2023, what would be the deadlines? Or can she apply yet? Not yet? How does that work?
You can still apply. The earlier the better, and then we have you within our sites, in our system, nice and early. We then have lots of time to discuss the right program for you. So you can still apply. I believe the dates would have not been released yet, the specific dates, but it will be very similar to this year. So you'll be looking at a deadline of July to apply for the program, and a deadline of May to apply for any scholarship. However, you can apply now. You can contact me directly. We can discuss the program that you're interested in. We can start the application process, and that way you have plenty of time to apply for your visa, decide if it's the right course choice for you. So yeah, delighted to take applications for 2023, even if it's a little bit early.
Thank you very much. Here, Maria Fernanda is asking, can I study there if I'm 14? I think that first you have to complete high school.
I like your enthusiasm. Who was it? Sorry, Maria.
Yes, it's Maria Fernanda, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Maria Fernanda.
I love your enthusiasm. Thank you for your interest. We wouldn't be able to offer you a course at the tender age of 14. However, we'd be very happy to keep in touch, provide you with information regarding the courses. And once you've finished high school, you'd be more than welcome to enroll in one of our bachelor programs that are designed for students just coming out of high school. So 14 is maybe a little bit young. Hold off for a couple of years, but I'll be happy to discuss options with you in any case.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I see that David is typing, so I guess he will have a question in just a minute. I will also want to ask you, Patrick, about accommodation for the students. How does that work?
So we, because our campus is located slap bang in the heart of the city, in the city center, our campus is ample, but it's quite compact, and so we don't have accommodation on site like a lot of other campuses that are kind of in the countryside would offer. However, we work in conjunction with Estudia, who are a very well-established student accommodation provider. So if and when you did decide to enroll with us and you were looking to share a flat with other students, or you were looking to get a studio for yourself, we would provide you with a lot of options via Estudia. These are apartments that are kept just for students via this platform. So very specific, and it means that it keeps everyone else out. And then, of course, you're more than welcome. Many of our students go for private accommodation and private letting, and there are lots of rooms to rent in Dijon. Lots of students looking for flatmates, and so there are various different ways to access those, of course, which we would be happy to share with you. But so no official on-site accommodation, but lots and lots of options in the city center next to the campus.
Awesome. Thank you very, very much. Now, let me see if we have any other questions here. About the scholarships, do they have to do an application like different from the application process, like in general? Do they have to do something different for this scholarship, or is it not necessary?
Yeah, so there's a separate application process. Now it's not super extensive. It's not like filling out another application for the degree. It's just a miniature sort of application step that comes after the main application for your program. We would basically ask you for your motivations. The scholarships are merit based. So we are. You would need to tell us really why you think you deserve a scholarship. Now, this, but I wanted to stress that that it's really not just for academically gifted students. Of course, merit can be measured in academic exam results, but we really value talent in all of its forms. So if you're really into a specific sport, a specific instrument, if you feel like you've had a very rich life experience up until then, or you've done something that really gives you credibility and merit, we want to hear about that in your scholarship application. So we would encourage all students to apply for the scholarship. You've got nothing to lose, and you're all unique and wonderful and gifted and talented in your own way, and we want to really cherish that and promote that. So please do apply.
Yeah, that's amazing. I think that BSB really values like the different kind of people, it's like they celebrate the differences and the uniqueness of each person. And I think that is one of the main points that make it so special.
Yeah, for sure. We want to really help bring out the best in you, and embrace and empower you in whatever way, whatever unique way you are you, if that makes sense. So yeah, we would be delighted to help you on this next leg of your journey, of your studies, of your career path. And like I say, please don't hesitate to contact me with individual questions. That's what I'm here for.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Patrick. I have another question about the English proficiency tests. Which ones do you accept?
So we accept all of the sort of standard TEFL, IELTS. We do have an English test as part of the application process, of course, because the degrees are taught in English. Of course, you have to have a basis in terms of linguistic ability in order to follow the curriculum. But we have recently branched out in different directions. So we, for example, there is an English test called Duolingo. That is relatively new to certainly to the BSB sort of application process. Now, we've adopted this test because it's much easier and less expensive for you guys to access. I believe you pay maybe 50 euros, something like that, and you it's called Duolingo. Write it down, have a look at the check it out. It's very simple. It's online. And we would accept a Duolingo sort of stamp of ability in terms of speaking English. So yeah, but again, we're very flexible. We would try to consider any language proficiency test, and then we have options if you didn't want to go down the traditional route, if you wanted to do it at a lower cost or faster. So we have a few different options for you there.
Awesome. Okay, so that's great. Okay, guys, so I think we have reached almost the end of this webinar. I don't know, Patrick, if you want to share any final thoughts with them.
No, just I really hope that everyone is well over in Colombia, and then I saw someone from Ecuador. I send you my best wishes, open heart, good vibes, good energy, all the way from BSB in France. It's been a difficult couple of years for everyone, and so we're really happy to be able to have these conversations again, to be able to be thinking about traveling, studying abroad, working abroad. So I'm really grateful and humbled and honored to be able to be here and give you an overview of BSB. So thank you, and I really look forward to hearing from some of you potentially in the future. Thank you as well to Carla. You've been amazing. Thank you to FPP for putting this on, for facilitating. So yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you so much for sharing with us all of this and for answering all the students' questions. Guys, if you have any more questions, you can send an email to Patrick. He sent you his contact information, so you can find it there in the chat. And thank you so much, everyone. Muchas gracias a todos por acompañarnos, por compartirnos un ratito de su día. Espero lo hayan disfrutado muchísimo, hayan aprendido mucho. Si tienen más dudas, por favor, no duden en contactar a Patrick. Sus datos de contacto están en el chat y ellos les estarán enviando un follow-up. Entonces, ahí también podrán mandar todas las dudas que quedaron sin resolver el día de hoy. Thank you again, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful night, evening, depending on where you are in the world, and I'll see you soon.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Ciao.